Welcome to Kimmy's Collective. I'm Kim. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. My readings are timeless, so whenever you find this reading is the perfect time for you. And please feel free to reverse the roles as you see fit. But don't try to make a message fit. If it's not your message, it's not your message, okay? Let's get started. I have pre-shuffled the deck, all the decks, and the bottom of this deck is participation. This is the Four of Wands. So it's like the family thing, family situation, everybody participating in family life, doing things together, firm foundations. So that's the general energy, firm foundation, strong family life, togetherness, cohesiveness. Okay, let's get some more energies. I'm going to look at it. Rebirth. Okay. What else? We have past lives. That is the moon energy. I'm thinking that these are your ancestors. Maybe you are, the moon energy is the unknown. It could be fears, deep emotions. In this case, I'm feeling the ancestors. This one guy looks like JC, if you know what I mean, from up there. I see someone looks like Genghis Khan. It's like says past lives. Maybe you may be getting some guidance, maybe from ancestors or something like that. And we have politics. That is the Seven of Swords. So that could be like sneaking around, sneaky behavior, doing something behind the scenes. We've got the moon energy. That's something that's unknown. And maybe here it's coming out in the open. People are starting to see. And the last energy is the Emperor energy with the rebel. That's someone that takes charge of their situation. And we have sorrow at the bottom of the deck. So we have participation, past lives, or the moon. You know what? I'm going to do it. Let's get a better understanding of past lives. Won't take me but a moment. $38. It says, the hands of existence form a shape of female... The opening of the cosmic mother. Revealed within are many images, faces from other times. While it might be entertaining to fantasize about famous past lives, it's just a distraction. The real point is to see and understand the karmic patterns of our lives and the roots and the endless repetitive cycle that traps us in unconscious behavior. And coming up with the Seven of Swords after that, there may be some unconscious behavior, something that was passed down from past lives, from generations or whatever. Maybe a habit, an activity, you know, is you just born with it kind of thing, some kind of energy that may not be on the up and up. So it's kind of like if you have a son, for instance, that's like acting out and they say, oh, get that from their grandfather, you know, somebody from the past. It's like it's bred into them kind of thing. And then we have the Emperor, which in Osho Zen is considered to be the rebel. So maybe someone, you or the person or whatever, is like involved in things that aren't on the up and up, and it's about to maybe mess up a firm foundation somewhere. Okay, I'm good on that. Okay, well, maybe not. The two rainbow lizards on either side represent knowing and not knowing. They are the guardians of the unconscious, making sure that we are prepared for a vision that might otherwise be shattering. A glimpse into the eternity of our existence is a gift, and understanding the function and karma in our lives is not something that can be grasped at will. This is a wake-up call. The events in your life are trying to show you a pattern as ancient as the journey of your own soul. So this could be like a pattern that maybe you or someone on your mind falls into. And this pattern is looking like it might be a pattern of, sneaking around, going against the grain, going against what you know your foundation relies on. And then that therein brings that card, the sorrow, at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's get some more information on past lives. This is the recent past. Painful ending in your recent past. Something came to an end. Let's find out what and why. So it's a pattern that's been followed. Moving away to smoother waters. Getting to work on something, mastering something, and putting down burdens. So maybe you're trying to work on this pattern, this habit that you find yourself in. You're trying to get to smoother waters. Wheels turning in your favor, and the boundaries are up. So I'm getting that you may have invited someone into your firm foundation, into your life, that has a particular pattern to, how they move. Maybe you're recognizing it. And that's what is bringing your boundaries up. I'm just now getting that they might have a tendency to move from place to place to avoid karma. Three of Cups. That could be a celebration. That could be a third-party situation. So this could be something that someone is trying to hide from you. They're trying to push it to the side, get things calm and smooth again. So maybe so your guards don't come back up regarding this. They're hoping that things will go in their favor. Okay. Trying to get a second chance at something. A judgment. Trying to rebirth something. What's trying to be rebirthed? Something could have been happening to where, your commitment or your heart space is shutting down to maybe someone. And it feels like they're just trying to avoid that iceberg that they're about to run into. But they do want success. They want to be successful with you. But I don't think you're getting all the scoop, all the information that you need. I'm going to reshuffle this. Yeah, bottom of the deck is working, working with someone, collaborating with someone. So I feel like someone wants to come in and be a part maybe of your life. And I think you might be coming real close to seeing things, finding out things, and they have a good technique of avoiding being found out. I feel like they're trying to keep you in a space of, you know, everything is okay. Everything is as it should be. There's that Ten of Swords, and there's the Devil energy. King of Wands, going after what they want. I feel like someone is just like, you know, throwing their hat in the ring. They're gonna test the waters. They're going after what they want, despite what they know could possibly happen. I think they're about to shoot their load or whatever. They want to make themselves happy in this situation. They want happiness in this situation with you. I feel like you have a reason to have your boundaries up. And I think they know that any little thing they do will trigger that from you, that you will go on the defense. But they like you staying just like you are, nice and happy, quiet. Here's that Tower. Knight of Swords. Yeah, they're willing to risk it all for their happiness. They're going, despite what happens, either on their end or with you, they're coming in. Okay, so let's find out what's going on with the politics. What's happening there? We have the Knight. Why is my house so busy whenever I start doing readings? We have the Knight of Cups. And that's someone coming in with an offer. So the games begin. What else do we get? Under politics, someone wearing a mask. Sun, illumination. Three of Pentacles. Someone, maybe you may be recognizing that maybe they have others coming under Seven of Swords, or politics, being strategic with the Emperor. I think a light is being shown on this person. You're recognizing how they work. Very domineering energy. I think this person wants to restore something that they had with you, maybe in the past. I feel like they're waiting for the right time. This did not end. I feel like there's something else that's coming. This is still going on. You, from what I can see, are in the midst of dealing with this energy, this devil energy, this Seven of Swords-y energy. You're in the middle of that. Coming into this. But I feel like you're becoming enlightened. You're starting to see things clearly. See how they move, how they work, how they operate. Kind of like what type of personality they actually are. And there's the heartache. Bottom of the deck, someone from the past. This person is missing you. I don't know why I feel like they have the heartache. You did not leave. Let's get some more. Reciprocity, Four of Wands, and the King of Cups. Choices, resting, thinking, and ending reversing cycles. It feels like you eventually, let me hold off. An offer. It feels like things become illuminated to you. You, like I said, you're seeing what they're doing, how they're maneuvering. And think whatever it is that they are trying to bring together with you is only going to cause heartache. Why is the Six of Cups here? I feel like this is something that maybe they're just coming back. You guys in the recent past maybe just re-upped something that they wanted to bring into, fruition, keep you kind of blinded to what was going on until like they're not ready. They're like alchemizing, trying to get things done. Maybe before a heartbreak ensues. So I'm kind of feeling like maybe you were in something with this person from before. Maybe that ended, went your separate ways, coming back together. But maybe this person's, whatever it is that they are working on, is not completely finished. In the works, but not finished. And I feel like they want to get this done without doing any healing on themselves. They are probably the reason why something else is on a rocky road, but they're missing whatever it was that you had. So it kind of feels like they might have ditched you to go someplace else, find out that they don't want that, and now they're missing what they had with you. And they're trying to bring this back in. But I think you may be a little confused, possibly due to, some behavior that they showed you. And maybe that cycle came to an end, and we're looking at a possible apology for something, some kind of maybe game that they were playing with you in your face. But they definitely want another chance here. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Rebel, find out what the Rebel is talking about. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups now for here. Trying to get that heart space back open. So let's look at the Rebel. We have the Hermit with soul searching. So the Rebel, like I said, is the Emperor. We have the King of Swords, first thing to pop out. So that's someone that's a thinker, very intellectual, maybe even a little cold with their energy. Knight of Pentacles, taking their time. So someone is thinking about something, possibly how to get this back on track. Something all three kings right here. So they're coming to you, plus this is coming under the Emperor. So they're coming to you in big, strong, masculine energy. They're claiming stability now. They want to make some progress with you. They want to take their time. They've been thinking about this. This is what they want to do. These are the plans moving forward. They're taking charge. They want to come in and take charge of the situation. They're showing you some strength. And I feel like they're trying to let you know with the Nine of Pentacles that they are definitely single. They are independent. They are in their independent energy, their Emperor energy. King of Wands, you have all four kings right here, plus the Emperor and strength. They're coming in strong, super strong. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. They're going to be letting you know that they have grown. They have been working on themselves. They've been doing things, and they are single, and they want to come back in. What else? Two of Swords, indecision. I feel like that's you. The Moon, because there's still some stuff you don't know. And the Eight of Cups. I think you want to believe that this thing is evolving into something better. That's definitely what they want you to believe. There's the Lovers, twin flame connection with the Hermit. I feel like the jury is out. You have to go pull up and think about accepting an offer now. Ace of Wands. There is still that spark, but they're making that big offer. There's a Hierophant. That's commitment. And then there is the Tower. Eight of Swords, self-imprisonment. So I'm taking this Tower now that saying that they have torn down that old foundation. I feel like they're coming out of this self-imposed prison. And that's all of whatever it was over here, or the politics here. They're coming out with some concrete ideas about how to make this thing work. They want to work with you. Coming in again in the Emperor energy. They're trying to restore this and nurture this opportunity that they know they screwed up. They want to take this leap of faith because they know that you are their destiny. But I feel like they want you to hurry up and make a decision because they want to collaborate. I feel like they feel pretty out of balance without you. So you probably, you know, for all their little wishy-washy ways, I think just being in your company, you brought a lot of stability to their lives. And I think they kind of miss that. And I feel like you brought this first thing to an end because it was not equal give and take. Okay, so let's get a word of let's see what you need to know. Let's see what you need to know moving forward. Generational healing. We had the past lives. You are breaking cycles passed down through generations, freeing yourself and your lineage from ancient wounds. This is sacred work, and your courage to heal will echo far beyond your lifetime. So you're breaking old patterns that, you know, may have been in your family for generations, you know, and those patterns affect you because they literally get handed down because everyone is affected by things. My parents affect me and how I am, and when I relate it to my kids, you know, what I hand it down to them affects them, and it's going to affect the way they hand, you know, knowledge, wisdom, guidance, whatever, to their kids. If they got that little in there, a little screwy bit, it's going to be passed down until someone can break that habit. Someone recognizes the habit. So there could have been a habit of, you know, taking on energies that you shouldn't, you know, and knowing when to let go of energies that aren't serving you. And also to know whether or not, if this energy, should it come back to you, has actually done any work towards healing. And let's get one more. Apology. An apology is on its way. That was this one. Or you are being called to offer one. Words carry the power to mend what has been broken, but only if they come from the heart. All right. So now let's get a card of advice. Protect boundaries. You naturally give to others, but now it's time to protect your energy. Set boundaries around your space to avoid being drained. Protecting yourself isn't selfish. Only then can you continue helping others. So if you don't help yourself, you can't help anybody else. Let's see what they want to say. You are the love of my life. So, maybe you whip them into some kind of shape, beginning shape. Maybe they're trying to do better. I act like I don't care when deep down I really do. I am intimidated by you. Mental health issues, what are those? Silent treatment, pretending to be someone else. Okay, so they're working through their things too. That's probably them not being who they truly are is probably what threw your antenna up. I'm planning on reaching out to you. This is the end of what? So I feel like they're going to get their minds right. They feel like they ruined everything and that they're not good enough for you. So they've got some little things that they've got to work out for themselves. And they're saying that they're bringing an end to all of that. There is something I am hiding from you. I feel terrible for hurting you. See if I can get what they're hiding. What are they hiding? Okay, so they feel terrible for hurting you, and then you get fights, arguments, and conflict. So they obviously hurt you through this, with these arguments and things. But they are now sending you loving energy, and they want to know if you can feel it. Ain't that cute, bottom? I'm making changes for the better. So they're trying to do better for themselves, better for this situation, and they're also sorry about everything that went down. Okay. So this doesn't sound as harsh and deep and intense as some of the others, but I feel like this might be able to turn into something if everybody does what they need to do. The moon with Mama Killer at the bottom of the deck. So you could have gone through cycles of this, of different things that you didn't know about as it relates to them. All right. One card of guidance from the Goddess Power Oracle deck. We have Iris with communication and Isis with rebirth. So it could be rebirthing. We have communication here, number 22 with Isis. I'm sorry, Iris. Communication. Did I show you? Isn't that pretty? Number 22, communication. All right. Clarity and communication is called for, as your words will have great impact on others right now. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful time to start writing the book, telling new stories, and sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others. You have everyone's ear, so choose your message wisely. Others will also desire positive and fruitful communication with you. So get ready for some amazing new opportunities to come from these discussions. I read well. Just remember to stay open and be clear about expressing your deepest desires, always speaking with integrity, kindness, and respect for yourself and others. The Greek messenger goddess, Iris, is thrilled to help your words take flight. Communication improves in all your relationships when she comes to visit. Most important, however, Iris reminds you of the communication you have with the universe. You are in a mutual dialogue, and now is the time to pay attention to the signs and omens in your life. Trust this important yet subtle communication. It will never lead you astray when you listen and act accordingly. Now, your alignment message is you are facing a moment when communication between you and others may have become disconnected. Perhaps people are withholding information from you or are not being clear about their motives. Now is the time to ask for clarity and get clear yourself. If you're sitting on the fence and are ambivalent about your direction, say that. Your alignment task is to say no to playing games, no to coercion, manipulation, and covert intentions. Take a straightforward attitude. Don't be afraid to hear what might disappoint you. Be clear and demand the same from others. The messenger goddess Iris knows the importance of clear communication, and she urges you to speak up for yourself. If you've come from an environment, family, or cultural history where you have not had a voice, this might feel like you're yelling, but that's all right. Times are changing, and now is not the time to be shy. It's okay to feel awkward or flustered, but the goddess Iris brings her powers of clarity and says it is your turn to be heard, so gather your courage. The people who are important to you in the long run will listen and witness you, and then you can engage in positive conversation that leads to heartfelt solutions. So maybe you guys just need a good conversation. Even if your voice feels untrue and comes from a victim mentality, you must still speak what is inside you in order for you to heal or change it, or to find a way to the real truth. Let yourself be heard. The great goddess will send strong teachers and wonderful allies for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. But most of all, I hope it helps you in some way. So if you like these messages, please hit the like, subscribe, and share, and leave me some comments. So until the next time, see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.